Ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests, welcome to the Library of Roads. Last week, I made my credit card mad and went book shopping. Spooky season is upon us, so I thought I would show you guys some of the books that I picked up and the books that I want to read over the next couple of months to keep the spooky season and fall vibes going up through December. The first book that I picked up is Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. I was a big dinosaur kid growing up, but oddly enough, I never read this book before and I've never seen any of the movies. I know, crucify me that I haven't seen any of the Jurassic World or the Jurassic Park movies. I just never had the time to watch any of the park movies, not really any interest in the world movies. I tried reading this in middle school. This was randomly in my middle school library, so I checked it out, but I don't remember ever finishing it. I read maybe 100 pages, but never really got into it, so I thought I would give it another shot. The summary on this 25th anniversary edition of the book reads, "An astonishing technique for recovering and cloning dinosaur DNA has been discovered. Now, humankind's most thrilling fantasies have come true. Creatures extinct for eons roam Jurassic Park with their awesome presence and profound mystery, and all the world could visit them for a price. Until something goes wrong." In Jurassic Park, Michael Crichton taps all his mesmerizing talent and scientific brilliance to create his most electrifying techno-thriller. I really hope that reading this reawakens that childhood love of dinosaurs that I had all throughout middle school. I feel like when you were growing up, what was the joke? You were either like a pirate kid, a ninja kid, or a dinosaur kid. I was the dinosaur kid. Hopefully those early building blocks of my interest translate now to an interest in one of these classics. The next book I decided to pick up is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I heard a lot of good things about this book online, so I thought I would pick it up, especially after reading the summary. Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. Elspeth Spindle, that's a tongue twister, needs more than luck to stay safe in the eerie, mist-locked kingdom of Blunder. She needs a monster. She calls him the Nightmare, an ancient mercurial spirit trapped in her head. He protects her, he keeps her secrets. But nothing really comes free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, her life takes a drastic turn. Thrust into a world of shadow and deception, she joins a dangerous quest to cure Blunder of the dark magic infecting it. Except, the highwayman also just so happens to be the king's own nephew, captain of the most dangerous men in Blunder, guilty of high treason. I'm really into fantasy stories, and this did sound interesting when I picked it up in the store. I have the highest of feelings this is going to be kind of like a romantic-y thing, and she's going to fall for the treasonous captain, but we'll see how well written it is and how everything turns out. I'm really interested in how she deals with the nightmare in her head, how she's going to use it to save the kingdom, and kind of what prices she has to pay for it. It just says nothing comes free, especially magic, so I wonder what is the trade-off in that kind of relationship. Honestly, what's probably going to happen is it's going to come between her and that captain, even though it might just be planting seeds in her head to kind of keep them apart. But we'll see how it turns out. The last book that I picked up is The Buffalo Hunter Hunter by Stephen Graham Jones. About a year and a half ago, I had read one of his other books called The Only Good Indians, and that was probably one of my favorite books that I had read that year. He's a big modern horror writer, so if you really like horror, I would highly recommend The Only Good Indians. It was written in such a way where you couldn't tell if it was a more psychological horror or if it was a supernatural horror. He was very good at balancing that to see if the horror was only in the main character's head or if it was actually happening to him, not that he was going crazy. I picked up one of his other books, My Heart is a Chainsaw, and I'm still in the middle of it. I put it down for a little bit. Don't know if I like it. I might make a video about that and a couple other books that are kind of a disappointing follow-up. We'll see how they turn out. I have very high hopes for The Buffalo Hunter Hunter because it really sounded interesting to me. This chilling historical novel is set in the nascent days of the state of Montana, following a Blackfeet Indian named Goodstab as he haunts the fields of the Blackfeet Nation looking for justice. It begins when a diary written in 1912 by a Lutheran pastor is discovered within a wall in 2012. What is unveiled is a slow massacre, a nearly forgotten chain of events that goes back to 217 Blackfeet dead in the snow. told in the transcribed interviews with Goodstab, who shares the narrative of his peculiar and unnaturally long life over a series of confessional visits. This is an American Indian revenge story, captured in the vivid voices of the time, by one of the new masters of literary. So like I said, I was a big fan of The Only Good Indians. I'm a big fan of history. So the setting, the context of this book really interests me. And hopefully this holds up to the things that were going on in The Only Good Indians. Moving on, I want to go through my spooky season fall TBR. First thing on it is The Buffalo Hunter. I'm that excited for this book. This is going to be one of the first things I want to read this month. I'll keep you all updated on how it goes. The next book I want to try and get through this month is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Grady Hendrix as a horror writer. I haven't gotten into anything yet, but just the titles of his novels alone really just grab you. This one, and then I know there's also the Final Girl Support Group that also just has like an interesting premise. But I decided to try this one first just because it sounds like a good campy horror time. Let me show you what I mean by a good campy horror time. Patricia Campbell's life has never felt smaller. Her husband is a workaholic. Her teenage kids have their own lives. Her senile mother-in-law needs constant care, and she's always a step behind on her endless to-do list. The only thing keeping her sane is her book club, a close-knit group of Charleston women united by their love of true crime. Then James Harris walks into her life during the summer of 1993. He makes her feel things she hasn't felt in years, but when children on the other side of town go missing, Patricia wonders if he's connected. Is he a Brad Pitt? A Bundy? Or something much worse? I'm really into campy horror things, like The Addams Family, be it a show from the 1960s, the movies from the 90s, or even like the Wednesday show that's currently airing. So I'm really excited to see how this turns out, with probably like any like gothic things going on with the vampire, the mystery about if he is a vampire or not, like Southern Americana back in the 90s. I think it'll be like a really good time. The last book I want to try and get through this month isn't a horror story like the other two were. This is a mystery. It is Halloween Party by Agatha Christie, one of the Hercule Poirot novels. I've read a couple of the other Poirot mysteries, The Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile, and I really enjoyed the two of them. I really liked how the mystery unfolded, how there were so many different avenues, and they both had a kind of twist ending on who the culprits of those murders actually were. Even though I'm a bigger Sherlock Holmes fan, I thought with the time of year, I would go through another one of the Poirot stories, see if I like this one as much as the other ones. This one says, at a Halloween party, Joyce, a hostile 13-year-old, boasts that she once witnessed a murder. When no one believes her, she storms off home. But within hours, her body is found, still in the house, drowned in an apple-bobbing tub. That night, Hercule Poirot is called to find the evil presence. But first he must establish whether he's looking for a murderer or a double murderer. Now, when it mentions an evil presence, I really hope there'll be some kind of supernatural fake out where someone will say, oh, the house was haunted and a ghost killed her, just for Poirot to say, like, no, it was that guy. He hated the kid. So those are the books that I'm going to try and get through this month to get in the spirit of the Halloween season. Like I said, I'm really excited for The Buffalo Hunter, so I'm probably going to start that as soon as I start recording this. Let me know what you guys are reading down in the comments below to get in the spooky season spirit. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to get your library card and check out everything that I have coming out on this channel coming up. Really excited about it. Bye.